Good afternoon, Outliers. How are y'all doing today? Happy Friday. Happy June 21st, year of our Lord 2024. Hope you're having a spectacular sun-shining Friday. It certainly is here. It's going to be about 100 million degrees at this point in Texas for the next, 17 months. It's just how life goes here in Texas, right? But let's see who's here. David is here. Good to see you, David. Yorn is here. Leo. Jean-Louis is here. Good to see all of you. So we need to, before we jump into the market analysis for today, we need to pick a winner. Are y'all ready for this? We need to pick a winner for the weekly winner circle. Now, it's been a hot minute. It has been a hot minute. The only way that you can enter and the only way to win is by coming in here into the share your big wins section. Now, this is going to be pretty easy because all I got to do is roll up to where the last winner was announced, and then I'll look south of there. All right, so Sebastian won last time. Geez, that's been literally an entire month. So let's see who's participated. Dave has participated. Mahesh doesn't count. Dave's been killing it lately. Way to go, dude. And thank you for sharing, Dave. You're doing awesome. Sebastian again, but he just won last time. I can't have him win 2 times in a row. I'll leave him out just this once. Brian offering some sage advice. And Dave again. Okay, cool. Clearly, Dave is most deserving, in my opinion, with as much as he's put in here, which is awesome. So definitely be sure that you guys are all filling this in as you go. But let's see, between Brian and Dave, let's see who's going to win. There's Brian. There's Sebastian. Oh, that's Dave. Got it. Okay, David. I wasn't putting 2 and 2 together. Awesome. All right, let's see who the winner is going to be today. So the way that we're going to do this, because I'm not going to be partial whatsoever, we're going to use a random number generator, and we're only going to have 2. Right? So if it lands on 1, it's Dave. If it lands on 2, it's Brian. The next time I click this button, we'll determine our winner. In 3, 2, 1. Number 1, Dave. Well done, Dave. You definitely deserved it as much as you've been putting out there. So, Dave, congratulations. You are the winner of the weekly winner circle this week. Super happy to hear that for you. Let me just drop this in the Discord here. And I'm going to say congratulations to @Dave for being this week's winner. And well deserved, Dave. We really appreciate you putting as much time as you are into filling in the Discord, letting us know how Outlier is working for you. So way to go, my friend. Congratulations. All right. So with that out of the way, let's move on to our market analysis. Give me a second here. Too much clicking to do. There we go. Welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. This is how to trade in only 10 minutes a day and exactly how to take the guesswork out of trading. Now, full disclosure, I'm a partner with Outlier, and this is my style of trading using Outlier, but Outlier delivers you new opportunities every single day. I just noticed my shirt looks absolutely trippy right there. It's just like it's a normal pattern, but when I go into like this mode, man, that gets trippy. All right, that's fun. Outlier delivers you new opportunities every single day. Everybody's saying congratulations to Dave. Way to go, dude. All right. So on the golden ticket trading strategy, it always starts with the market. We need to let the market tell us which direction it's going. And we do that by looking at the SPY. So if we look at the SPY here, we can see the 10 is over the 20, price is over the 50. It's very clearly an uptrend. I would not at all get in its way right now. Excuse me. But then the next step is to look at the market breadth. Now, market breadth is something we are incorporating back into the golden ticket trading strategy, which has been something for ages that I did. Those of you who have been around me for a while know I've literally had market breadth as part of my trading rules for years, probably since 2017. But we took it out a while ago because we weren't seeing the correlations that I needed to see by doing some back tests. However, this new indicator here, the bull list, is really, really interesting. So So this is the percent of stocks on the bull list each day. And as that percent is growing, that's what I want to see if I'm bullish long in the market. If that percent is shrinking, that's what I want to see if I'm going short. And then we can use a 10 EMA as a crossover point. And we had a crossover yesterday. You can see it's just starting to peak up right there. Now, you can put any moving average on there. Someone in the Discord was asking why I use the 10. The 10 is a moving average that I've used for ages. Steve Burns taught that to me, and this is Steve's little cheat sheet here. The 10-day EMA is an indicator of the short-term trend, right? If it's breaking over a 5 EMA, if it's on a chart, if it's on the bull percent, whatever the case is, if it's over the 5 EMA, very strong, right? Very strong. Don't get in the way. If it's over the 10-day, you've got some room, right? Yes, it is strong. Yes, it's moving north or south, whatever the case is, but it has a lot less noise in the crossovers than a 5-day EMA. And of course, you can layer on whatever moving average you want, but that's just, I've always used the 10 as a go-to point for me, and that's what I'm using here as well. So using that, we do see this is pointing up, and so the next step here is moving on to our existing trades. Before you add a new trade, you want to do what? You want to reduce risk. Okay. So let's take a look at the 2 trades that we have on today. We just put those on yesterday, and we're going to see if we have any exit points. So first one is EQR. First thing I want to look at is the shading before we go into anything else. And I'll tell you, this update where it loads faster is awesome. I can really tell. All right, so yesterday it had a G17 heat map value. Today it has a G18 heat map value. Okay, so no reason to take that off today from that perspective. So let's go look at EQR. EQR looks good. I like that kind of candle. This is about the only kind of candle that I honestly look at. Every other candle is just noise to me. This type of candle where it's got a long wick and then the body is concentrated on one end is called a hammer, inverse hammer or a hammer. And in this case, the way that I look at it is it's almost like an arrow pointing in the direction that it wants to go. Let me show you what I mean. No, this. It's almost like an arrow pointing in the direction I want to go. So imagine this is the candle, and then you turn it into an arrow. That's a gorgeous arrow right there. Daggum, I think my 9-year-old son could draw an arrow better than that. But you're basically having the candle pointing in the direction that it wants to go. That's not a guarantee, but that's how I interpret those candles. So I like that. That looks good. Now, from our rules here, the 10 EMA is not broken. The half ATR from entry is not broken. There's no order blocks in our way. The heat map is continuing on. It went from G17 to 18. And once it turns profitable, which it is now, a close below yesterday's low. So none of those reasons are there to get out of the trade. So if you don't have a reason to get out, you keep it on. Let's go to the next one. Colgate Palmolive. Okay. So let's take a look at the heat map on it. And zoom it on in. Oh, there was a question in the Discord about looking at like the performance summary. So this person was asking about the trend. I mean, it's clearly in a bullish trend right here. You can see that like plain as day. But this person was looking on the performance summary for different trends, which is actually a really good idea as far as trying to get a perspective of if it's trending higher or lower based on the outlier signals. I can get behind that. I see the logic there. But he was talking about looking at a smaller time frame. So the reason I want to bring this up here is in the max time frame, which is over 4 years of data, there's only been 14 buy signals, right? And we just had one. So if you went into like a really tight frame like this, a really tight 3-month frame, there were 2 buy signals with outlier not really doing all that great. I mean, it's positive, but versus buy and hold at 921. If you go to 6 months, you can see 3 buy signals, right? So in the last 3 months, we've had 2. In the last 6 months, we've only had 3. And in the last year, we've had 4. So the majority of these signals have come past the last year, past the last 365 days, with 14 of them. And I just want to point that out because if you click these buttons, which is handy when you're looking at different views, and then you go over to the performance summary, you're going to get a vastly different result, right? So 1.34% versus 47%, right? Does that make sense? Because there's less frequency, there's less number of occurrences here if you want to talk in statistical terms. So all that out of the way, let's move into Colgate-Palmolive. Yesterday, the heat map was G14. Today, the heat map is G15. So it did not stall today. So we'll keep that on from that perspective. We want to see it 10 points higher, right, at G24. It's not below yesterday's low. It's not below the 10. I'm sorry, the half ATR or below the 10. There's no order blocks in the way. I mean, there's no reason to take either one of these off. So they're going to stay on. Makes it simple. So let's move on to the next step, which is looking for new trades to put on, getting the new buy and sell signals today. And I'm only going to be looking on the bull list. And there was some chatter in the Discord this morning about which ones Chris would take. Let's take a look at which ones Chris would take. Oh, there it goes. So I'm going to filter for green overlays because that means it's already in an uptrend. And this is moving a little slow all of a sudden. There we go. So here we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of those 6, this one only says 38 average volume. That's crazy. I definitely won't be trading that one. But let's take a look here. We're going to copy these. And I'm going to do a quick filter. So the only two that have over 1 million shares to trade are ABR and NLY, which I've already put into the bull list over here. If I run the scanner, neither one pulls through. Why? Why does neither one pull through? Well, for me, I am a snob, as I mentioned in the Discord, and I only want stocks that have a value of $20 or more. And in this case, it doesn't. It's 1998. It's really close. I mean, we could be, I could be flexible. I could be flexible here, and I could take a look at that one next. We'll continue on with NLY at 1998. It's close enough. This one, ABR, though, is solidly within this order block here. Until it crests over here, I wouldn't be interested in trading it anyway, and it's only $14, so I won't go on with that. But NLY, look, it's 2 cents off. I could take it. I can fudge my rules for 2 cents. Let's take a look. Continue on in here. All right. So looking at NLY, zooming in, we can see the buy signal today with the heat map at G22. Hit the performance summary. Look at that. I love seeing these. I like seeing this more than when I see it with like 1,000% returns, because it just shows how much better it is than if you had buy and hold, right? Buy and hold's down 28%. OVTLYR's up 21%. To me, that's just a better outcome, comparative speaking, versus 2 different stocks, right? Follow the rules, Brian. It's 1998, right? Party like it's 1998, my friend. But let's continue on with the NLY. Maybe we'll trade it, maybe we won't. Let's go to the next step here. All right, no order blocks in the way. There's no earnings, at least showing up on the chart, and price in the direction of the trend. In fact, let's double check that. No earnings. Yeah, it says earnings are going to be out here in July 24th timeframe. No order blocks, no earnings. That should be fine. OVTLYR signals passed with positive expectancy, so we're good there. Next, let's go to the options chain. This is going to tell the story if we will or will not trade it. So looking at this, now I did see the little dividend icon right there. Let's break that down. Let me make this even bigger. So anytime that you see a dividend coming up, there's a really handy way to tell what approximately the dividend will be. If you go deep into the in the money puts and look at the extrinsic, they're all around 30 cents right here. And then if I go out a little further, extrinsic, all around 30 cents right there. That tells me that the expected dividend is going to be about 30 cents. Okay. And trust me, they already built all of that logic into this. So you are not going to find a way to get around and get a free dividend with this. They've already figured out all those loopholes. So I don't really worry about that. The only time you should worry about that is if you're selling calls, right? Let's say that I sold an in the money call. I might get assigned on that. And if I get assigned, where's my extrinsic? Yeah. If I get assigned that, I now owe out of my account the dividend to the person who took the assignment, right? To the person who exercised that options. This has happened to me before. It caused me to have margin calls, and I was freaking pissed because I didn't even know, right? I didn't even know that that was a thing. But I was short. I ended up being short 200 shares because I owned, what was it? It was two short contracts, two short calls, and I ended up owning negative 200 shares because of that. And I owed the dividend as well. And I was so pissed. Like, seriously? You're going to exercise that, and I have to pay the dividend out of here, and now I have a margin call which I have to deal with. It's such baloney. So, as long as you're not selling in the money calls, you don't have to worry about it. So we can take a look at the options here. Look at the 80. There's not an 80 delta. We've got a 90 delta. It's only 5 cents wide. 873 on open interest. No extrinsic value in July. Is that right? No extrinsic value. All right. That's fine with me. Hang on. That seems wrong. No, I guess it's true. All right. That's okay with me. So I'm actually very interested in the NLY July 19th, 19 calls. Now, this is a really cheap option. This is only about $1. No extrinsic is what Yorn is saying right there. My mouse is frozen. There we go. Yorn says no extrinsic. Yeah, so I'm okay with that. This is only $1. Now, when you find a cheap option like this, you've got to really pay attention, okay? Because yeah, you could load a whole hog into this, right? You can get a heap and helping full of them, as we like to say here in Texas. Get a whole heap and helping full. You could buy the mess out of them. That's what I say. You could buy the mess out of these, but you probably shouldn't. It's at $19.99. I'm going to fudge that for my $20 rule, but I'm not going to fudge on position size, and I don't want you to either. So inside the Discord, go to the VIP Investors Toolkit, download the power scanner right here. That's this file. And then put in, what was that? NLY. Put in your account information, and it'll give you an option size and a share size that actually makes sense to having this amount of risk. Anti-God, how you doing? Dividend, according to Seeking Alpha, is 65 cents. You know, that is a dividend estimation for both of them. But either way, Anti-God, tell me, what is the ex-dividend date on that? I'm curious. It's so deep in the money because it's such a low value stock. Yeah. Do keep in mind that if we do take this trade, it can move up about 40 cents or so until it starts flirting with the order block, which is fine. But that would be an exit point for me once it gets up to that order block, right? That's about a 2% move. 628. Oh, so we got a whole week. So that'd be next Friday. Okay. I appreciate that. Yeah, seems okay to me. So get the right position size for you, especially on a low price option like this. NLY, I'm sorry, option size for you, especially on a low price option. NLY, July 19th, 19 calls. I'm going to go on the business account on the other screen. I'm going to get my position size. And then I'm going to put on the trade as well. So this is NLY. July 19th. Oh, I did want to look at one thing real quick before we do it. Hang on. Financials. I want to know the market breadth for financials because we got it. Let's take a look at it. Market breadth for financials. Boom. Look at that. hang on, let's put the 10, not the 5. I love how that falls off. That's funny to me. So yeah, you can see this is crossed over here on the on the bull list percent for the financials as well. Okay, just wanted to check. Just was curious. NLY, 19 calls. NLY, July 19th, 19 calls. That just widened up a lot. That was like 3 cents a minute ago. But okay, let's see if we can work with that. So what does it say midpoint is right now? 97? Let's get fancy. Let's see if we can do 94. Get the right position size, Chris. Let's see if we can get 94. Working at 94. All right, let me replace it with something else. All right, NLY, 19 calls. See if we can get in. Let's try 97. Working at 97. If you get filled on that, let me know what you got. 97's not filled. Let's replace it. Let's go $1. All right, filled at $1. Okay. There you go. So I am long NLY at $1 at 1997 on here. Okay. So let's put in the details. We got in at 1997. A half ATR is, it's only 28 cents for an ATR. So 14 cents down from 1997 is, I don't know, 97 minus 14 cents, 83. Yeah. Okay. And one ATR up, 28 cents over 1997. It's going to be 2025, right? 28 cents plus 25. Yeah. And then 2 ATR is going to go over this order block here, but we'll do it anyway. Should be 53. That should be 28 cents higher. So NLY there. Let me drop it in the Discord. You guys got $1 as well. Very cool. Very cool. Let me drop it in the Discord here. All right. So we are in the July 19th NLY. 19 calls. Got filled at $1. And trading at 1990s. Was it 96 or 97? 97. All right, cool. So we know why we got in. We know where we're going to get out if we need to. Let's double check the market. What's this called? Behavioral heat map shading. So it's at G22. I would sell into strength at G32 probably. Yeah. So 10-point spread here. So G32, I would sell into strength. Cool. So that's going to do it for today's OVTLYR Trading Room. Congratulations again to Dave for winning the $10 Amazon gift card. April will contact you on Monday to get that all set up. And if you guys run into any issues with this recent update that we just pushed through, please let us know. Goran let us know that there was an issue on his iPad. But Mark was saying just delete your cookies and try again, and that might fix it. Otherwise, this update seems to be working really well. I'm very stoked about these recent updates that are coming through. I'm also going to be sending out an email tomorrow, so just check your inbox for that. Just going to be highlighting some of the details for the new update, and then please share your affiliate links. I saw several people in here were already sharing out their affiliate links to as many people as they can. This is awesome. And it's the easiest thing ever when it's the click of a button, right? It's so easy to share your affiliate link when you're like, hey, I just bought NLY with Outlier showing a buy signal right here. Let me show you what I did, right? You copy this and maybe you put it right onto Twitter, right? Let me see if this will work for me. I'm going to always call it Twitter, period. Check out this awesome chart. Bam. And then go to my post. Look at that. Check out this awesome chart. It should natively come through. I don't know if that's going to be like a little bit of time, but it should just pop up on there. And then bam, you're going to see something cool, right? Did you see that? That's the power of Outlier. So please share these out with your friends and families and let them see just how awesome Outlier is, because we really wanted to make this the greatest platform ever and take over the world. What's really awesome is that we get to do this with you. Like, having this direct pipeline to our customers is probably the coolest thing ever. So thank you all so much for coming today. David, you are super welcome. You all have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you right back here Monday morning. Talk soon.